My mother stopped me this morning and asked me how come I was filming all this different content. Well, the thing is while you're out here in the woods and you're checking fences or doing whatever I'm doing, there's always things that come to mind. There's something that I wanted to show you today that's not groundbreaking, it's not earth shaking, but it's something that I just don't leave my kits without anymore. And that's a 1-inch roll of Gorilla Tape. Now, this roll rides in my survival kit or in my haversack. It rides on a piece of bank line, and I hang it on that key hanging fob inside of my haversack because I don't have my keys with me. But this is just critical for me. Another thing that I like to do is, even if it's a brand new roll, I'll go ahead and start it. I'll pull it and double up a portion of it so it's easy to pull. And then I always put a zip tie tied at an angle on them. So I can pull this zip tie up, get it underneath the tape, and that will actually make an initial puncture that I can use to tear that tape easier. Now, that's just something from industry, something I picked up years ago. I can debrand my clothing if I'm on camera, or I can make repairs to rips and tears, all with this stuff. And that little diagonal zip tie, as you can see here, let me see if I can get it to focus. That little diagonal zip tie really makes it easier to start that tear. I'll double that back over, make myself a little pull tab, move my zip tie out of the way, and remate this tape. Now, any duct tape is good. Gaff tape is great. This is Gorilla Tape. I love 1-inch Gorilla Tape. It's really strong and it doesn't degrade over time. This is also an excellent fire starter, which is something we're going to look at a little bit later today. But this 1-inch duct tape, as you can see, there's just a plethora of ways you can use it in your kit, and my kit wouldn't be home without it. Today, we're going to take a look at one of my issues that I have with a pair of boots that are about a year old and have a slight problem. So let's take a look here and see how we're going to fix this in the trail. Now, typically, we would want to go home and get our good boots on. The problem is sometimes good boots become not so good boots in the middle of work. All I'm going to do, and this is not rocket science, I promise you, I'm going to take my Gorilla Tape, I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to put a piece right up the front. I'll make that tear. That's going to get that toe back up. And then we'll just go around it one good time with a good band. And I always want my band up high instead of down low because I don't want to be walking on where it joins. As you can see, it doesn't stick too good to boot treads. And all I've got to do is tape my boot up while it's still on my foot, and away I go. Now, I know a lot of you guys have other solutions. I know there's shoe goo and all that stuff, but this will get me back in action until I get home. I'm really hard on these boots for some reason like that. I always pull the toes off. This Gorilla Tape gets me back in action, goes back in my kit, and I'm good to go. Little simple tip for the woodsman, the outdoorsman, and in this case, the farmer.